You want to say thank you? Look at your whiskers. Hey guys, it's Jasmin, and we are continuing on with part 2 from last week, which is about cat whiskers. In last week's video, which I will link in the description below in case you missed it, we learned what an essential sensory tool whiskers are for your cat when it comes to everything from guidance to navigation to their radar. It acts as a ruler, helps tell you their emotions. It helps with their hunting and so much more when it comes to their livelihood. This week, we are continuing on with some fun facts about cat whiskers in this Did You Know video. If you are new here, welcome. We put out a new video every Catterday here on the YouTube channel. If you are watching this on Facebook, you can make sure to follow our page, Cat Lady Fitness. Lots of fun things here on this channel, so I really do hope that you decide to join the Cat Lady Fitness family. Now let's get into these fun and pretty useful facts. Did you know that mama cats will sometimes chew the whiskers off of their kittens? This isn't very uncommon, and it's thought that the mama cat does so in order to control the behavior of the kittens a little bit more in order to prevent them from wandering off or getting into some potentially dangerous situations. Did you know that cats' whiskers can change color? Kind of similar to humans, this is a sign of aging and is completely normal. So if your cat has white whiskers, you may have noticed them turning gray or even black once they hit that elderly kitty age. Or depending on your cat's younger or original colors, it can go the opposite direction. Did you know that some cat breeds have very curly whiskers, and this is completely normal? The Devon or Devon, depending on how you say it, and Cornish Rex breeds of cats have very curly and shortened seeming whiskers. And to give a little reminder, if it's necessary, from what we learned last week, leave your cat's whiskers alone. They are meant to be as they perfectly already are. Do not feel tempted to style your cat's face. Did you know that some cat breeds have no whiskers and no hair at all? I'm sure you may already know this, as many people have seen Sphynx breed cats before, which are those hairless, adorable little crinkly old man looking cats. Of course, you can also refer to Mr. Bigglesworth from Austin Powers if you are old enough to remember that movie. And although this breed is known for being completely smooth with no hair, they can actually have a little bit of whisker action going on, but typically not so much. Did you know that narrow food and water bowls that are too small can be causing your cat discomfort? This is just one of the reasons why I feed Puppy and Alfred on a plate, and I've mentioned this in a number of past videos, and it's actually one of the reasons that your cat may have stopped eating or seem to have an aversion to their food, which I also have a video for, and I'll link that in the description below. But since whiskers provide such a sensitive perception of the area surrounding them, if they're eating from a small bowl with high edges, that could be one of the reasons that they seem frustrated or have an aversion to eating their food. And adding on to this, did you know that whisker fatigue exists? Again, your cat's whiskers are very sensitive and can get this sensory overload. Mainly, the cause of this tends to be unavoidable parts of their day, which include eating from their food bowl or drinking from their water bowl. And if they suffer from this whisker fatigue, it could cause them stress and even pain anytime they try to open their mouth to eat or drink. Not only that, but it can affect their entire mood, because if they are uncomfortable and they can't logically process that emotion, then they'll act out, get frustrated, and you'll see a change in their behavior. Did you know that whiskers were adapted in order to help protect small mammals? Evolutionary biologists believe that small mammals developed these whiskers because they needed a way to better sense their environment at night. Since these small mammals were around at the same time as dinosaurs, they had to hunt at night in order to avoid being prey themselves. So just like cats today use their whiskers as a big part of their night vision, this is what those small mammals used whiskers as back then. And this can also help explain why today you'll see prominent whiskers in nocturnal carnivores like rats and seals. Did you know that every cat has a unique whisker pattern similar to humans and fingerprints? Did you know that cats who are blind rely almost exclusively on their whiskers to see? Just like we learned in last week's video, these whiskers really are a second set of eyes for cats. Did you know that if your cat has bent or curly whiskers at the tips or the ends, it's likely not a reason for serious concern? Just like we spoke about in part 1, this means typically that your cat was either playing too hard, scratched itself, injured a whisker some other way, or potentially walked a little too close to a candle or a hot surface. Of course, this could also mean that when you aren't looking, your cat is twirling his whiskers like a distinguished gentleman, in which case the best thing you can do is support him and find him a top hat and a monocle. Did you know that excessive whisker loss can be a sign of an underlying health issue? However, it's typically obvious since it's usually skin or hair related, like alopecia, dermatitis, feline acne, some kind of flea or mite infestation, or even a fungal infection like tapeworm. And finally, did you know that to be a cat's whiskers is a classic British idiom, meaning to be impressive, desirable, and basically better than everyone else? Makes sense. All right, guys, Alfred and I would like to ask you to click that thumbs up below if you found this video interesting or helpful, and to share it with anybody else who you think might benefit. We're talking about those things on your face again today. How do you feel about that? Indifferent. Also, remember to click that thumbs up below and the little bell icon if you would like to join us as part of the Cat Lady Fitness family, because we would love to have you. Since this is a part 2, and obviously I just went straight into recording it from last week's video, I do not have the meowed outs of the week. So I'm just gonna say all of you are amazing and awesome, and I appreciate you so, so much. And to make up for this, I will have 4 people chosen next week. So make sure, if you want to be the meowed out of the week in next week's video, that you like this one and leave a comment below telling me your favorite part about it. And I have a feeling, even though we had a bunch of fun facts, Alfred, that favorite part might be you. All right, guys, as always, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you in next week's video. Bye.